All right. Enough chatting. So get in your body. Move your body. What is your body? What is this body that you're living in? What is it? Oh, excuse me. What does it need right now? Maybe you need to stand. Really, my body needs to yawn. Does your body have a little headache? Would it feel good to give yourself a little head massage? The temples could feel really nice. Forehead, and then jaw. Giving your jaw a good massage. That feels good. So yawning is actually a sign that the nervous system is really relaxed. I must be relaxed. All right. Just start out with eyes open, actually. And since I have a relaxed nervous system right now, if you tune in to me and you breathe with me because of the mirror neurons, these cool little cells in our brain that pick up and attune to each other. Um, some of my calm nervous system may land in you just by us coordinating breath. So, whenever you're ready, um, breathe in and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth. You'll see I'm pursing my lips so that I'm slowing down my out breath. Another thing I'd invite you to do is put your hand on your belly and breathe in to the belly and out through the mouth. The belly expands, pushes out with the in breath. And on this next one, if you'd like, I'd invite you to sigh or make a sound. You don't have to, but if you want to, breathing in. Ah. Keep your eyes open if you want. Ah. Close them for this last coordinated breath, breathing in. Ah. Maybe you find yourself yawning as well. Your mirror neurons are picking up on me. And then just taking both of your hands and just in this like affectionate gesture, placing one or both hands on your face or maybe on your forehead. That feels good. Just this affectionate gesture towards yourself. You might notice your mind might have stories or thoughts about this. Like, this is super weird, or you don't deserve this. It's okay. Let the thoughts be there. No problem. Just even though the thoughts might be there, just finding ways to show yourself that even if your mind has stories about worthiness or, you know, that you're not worthy of kindness or touch, super common thoughts, just do it anyways. See what it's like. Maybe it feels better to have your hands on your heart. Maybe you're rocking. So it's a lot easier to meditate. We can help the nervous system come into parasympathetic first. So when we're in fight or flight, when I'm in fight or flight, sitting down and meditating is not an option for me. My mind is wild and busy and scared. So that's why we're spending some time with the body. And another cool way to my parasympathetic is very online today. Another cool way to bring parasympathetic online is just like look around, pick something that your eye feels drawn to, maybe a plant or a tree outside or some sort of art or just even a pretty color in your environment that you like. And just take it in. Take in what's in front of you. And then either with eyes open or closed. So just paying attention to what does your nervous system, what does your body want today? And if eyes are open, maybe it's comforting to be looking at me. Maybe that's how you feel best. And that's totally fine. Or maybe it feels best to just allow the gaze to be downward and soft. Or maybe it feels restful to close your eyes now. And finding whatever position you want to be in, whether it's sitting or standing or lying down, but having your body be as supported as possible, as easeful as possible. Treating this time ideally as a time for you to nourish yourself, nurture yourself, bring some care to yourself, slowing down. So as you come to a landing place in your body and your mind, just beginning to notice your mind. What's your mind like today? Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it full of lots and lots of thoughts, stories, judgments, excitement? What's here today in your mind? And see if rather than what we usually do in meditation or what we have a story that we're supposed to be doing is eliminating thoughts, making the mind clear. See if you can just like let go of all that dogma, all that old stuff you've learned about meditation and start from scratch today. Let's just start from scratch and see if you can just let your mind be exactly as it is. Even if it's like a screaming toddler, even if it's like a toddler throwing a tantrum, see if you can connect with the base of your spine, your butt, your sacrum, this root, and just feel. your butt or your sacrum against the floor or the chair. And while you're connected to your butt, be aware of your thoughts. So there's a root and then there's a mind. And those are the 2 points of contact we've got right now. So no matter what your mind is doing, keep bringing your awareness back to the feeling of your butt or your sacrum on the chair, on the bed, whatever. Back to the base, back to the root. So you notice mind is doing a bunch of this, back to the sensation of your base. Let's just practice together in that way for a few moments where we're using the base of the body as our object of focus. Invariably, the mind will do its thing and zip around, and you watch it from the seat of literally your seat. So you're literally in your seat watching what your brain is creating. Letting the brain do whatever it wants to do, and you're feeling your seat. You might even notice that you'll witness a thought train or a story or something, and then you'll notice maybe your jaw tightens, or maybe you clench your thighs or your neck. Again, we're watching, we're witnessing, we're aware. We're not trying to make anything happen or make anything go away. You're just watching all of it. And then coming back to your seat, back to your butt, the feeling of pressure. Can you welcome your mind exactly as it is? And keep leaning back energetically so that you're in the seat of witness, observer, watching this play, this movie go on before your eyes. This this movie with words and images and memories. And yet here you are in your seat, feeling your spine, feeling your crown all the way down to your seat. This energy channel that is you, that is the spine, upright but not rigid, feeling the spine, leaning back energetically, noticing the mind and all of its play, all of what it does, practicing because the mind is so seductive. So it will pull you into a story and you will forget about your seat. That is normal and expected and happens to all of us. It's not bad. And in fact, when you recognize, oh, I've lost connection with this sense of being a spine, a body with a seat, and I'm completely in my story or my head, I'm wrapped up in it. No problem. You've noticed it. Beautiful. Amazing. That is a moment of mindfulness. So you noticed it. And then you lean back again. You notice, was there impact in the body from this thought story train? Okay, so there's some tightness in my heart or my face. And you reset, you take a breath, you invite the body to soften, you invite the body into more ease. If there's a story that's painful coming up or emotional, maybe you meet yourself with a hand on the heart or a hand on the face. So you're meeting yourself and you're responding to your own needs in the moment as you come back again and again to the feeling of the spine ending in the seat, grounded and rooted in your body. Now I want to invite you into a little experiment. I invite you into a memory, your own memory. So take your time and ask your body, your being, your mind to show you a time when you felt very present and maybe you were witnessing beauty, maybe you were experiencing awe, maybe you were in nature, maybe you were in a spiritual setting or religious setting and you felt a connection to something bigger than you. Maybe a time when you felt really cared for or loved or felt a lot of love towards another being. So, any of these types of moments, awe or beauty or love or peace, really call on a memory that embodies this sort of thing. Maybe a moment when you felt connected to something bigger than you, whatever that might be for you: nature, God, Buddha, a tree. And let yourself really remember. Remember the sights. So remember the colors, the images, and really allow your imagination to be vivid in its remembering. What sounds do you remember? And if you don't remember sounds, you could also imagine something. You could imagine your favorite music or bird sounds, or maybe you have a memory of sounds at that moment. Remember if there were tactile sensations. Was there a breeze on your skin? Was there warmth? Was there sunshine? Was there a cozy blanket or a fire? Some other sense of touch? Were there smells or tastes in your memory? You call upon those. And then can you remember if there was a feeling? And maybe you can access the felt sense of awe or beauty, how that felt to you in your body in the moment. And maybe you can't quite access it today, but you're having the intention of like remembering it. You're calling upon it, even if you can't get a vivid sense of it in the body, bringing in all the five senses, and then asking your body to show you, like, what did it feel like to be in this moment of peace or awe or love? What did that feel like? If there were thoughts in those moments, remembering the thoughts. There were emotions or body sensations, remembering those too. So it's a pleasant memory. You're leaning into it. And if it's hard to connect with something like this, imagining, using your imagination to create something pleasant. What we're doing is we're enticing the mind into the meditation, enticing the mind into the meditation through the senses, through a pleasant memory. And maybe there's pleasantness around you now. Maybe there's a warm blanket or an animal that you're petting or a beautiful tree outside that you're taking in. So it doesn't have to be a memory. It could be right here, right now. What we're doing either way is we're enticing the mind into the moment, into this moment. And then see if you can imagine breathing with the feeling of this memory or what you're aware of in the present moment that is pleasant. You know, your surroundings, maybe a smell, a sound, a pet, and using this to help draw you in rather than battling with the mind like we often do. What if we were to entice the mind by giving it a pleasant thing to focus on and rest in? And then we just start to breathe with that. So breathe with the memory, the sensations brought up by the memory, or breathe with the tree outside your window. And when the mind creates stories or thoughts, and you get swept away, just noticing and gently coming back to breathing with the pleasantness, turning the mind towards something pleasant and breathing with it. And the mind, if you're especially struggling today, the mind and the being, your being will go back to the thing. You know, if there's something unpleasant that you're struggling with, the mind will go back to the thing and it will want to ruminate about it probably. That's okay. It's not a problem. We're not getting rid of anything. We're not forcing that thing to go away. We're just giving the mind another thing to rest in so that the unpleasantness comes up or the pain in the body, the sensation in the body, heartbreak, whatever it is. We notice it. We give it loving awareness for a moment. And then we allow ourselves to go back to the pleasant memory or the sensation in this moment that's pleasant or the pleasant thing you're looking at. So, in doing this, we're helping our nervous systems learn how to pendulate, moving back and forth between something difficult or challenging, allowing it to be there, feeling it, not having to push it away, noticing it, and then be able to shift, practicing shifting to something easeful, joyful, or pleasant, and staying with it as long as you want, as long as your mind stays with it. And then it shifts back, maybe. And if it's just staying in this place of awe or beauty, that's fine. Rest in it. Rest today. Be in it. Soak it in. And if it's going into other things, maybe even subtler things like mild anxiety or fastness or a to do list, okay, not a problem. Mind, your awareness, your witness can see the to do list. Fine. Okay. And then bring it back. Come back to breathing with the awe or breathing with a pleasant memory. If you're noticing your body feels stuck or tight, I would invite you to breathe more deeply into your belly and see what that's like. Breathe more deeply into your belly and see if that shifts anything. These last moments, I'm going to read you a poem by David White. It's one of my favorite poets. And it's called Sweet Darkness. Just let the words land on your ears. No need to make any sense of anything. Just witnessing yourself as you allow the poem to land on you, in you. Sweet darkness. When your eyes are tired, the world is tired also. When your vision has gone, no part of the world can find you. Time to go into the dark where the night has eyes to recognize its own. There you can be sure you are not beyond love. The dark will be your womb tonight. The night will give you a horizon further than you can see. You must learn one thing. The world was made to be free in. The world was made to be free in. Give up all the other worlds except the one to which you belong. Sometimes it takes darkness and the sweet confinement of your aloneness to learn anything or anyone that does not bring you alive is too small for you. Sometimes it takes darkness and the sweet confinement of your aloneness to learn anything or anyone that does not bring you alive is too small for you. So as we move into this darker period of the cycle, noticing all the things that come up as we move into more darkness. And then seeing if this could potentially be a time for more rest. Maybe solitude, but maybe coziness with others, maybe community. Instead of being afraid of the darkness, can we notice the fear and then go deeper? Can we notice the places that we're avoiding in our own soul's darkness? And can we go there when it's appropriate, when it feels right? Dip our toes in and explore in these depths. For this is where we meet the edges of our own freedom. This is where we bump up against what's keeping us from knowing our own true essence, our own fullest aliveness and freedom. So we can go into the darkness, into the womb, and rest and feel, knowing that the seasons always change. Spring, it always comes. Know that there is a reason for the darkness. There is a reason to slow down, to be cozy, to sit in front of a fire. Mm. And may we all find the connection that we need in these times, because it can be a time of what feels like choiceless solitude to many people right now in our culture. So may we each find those avenues for connection, you know, and this is part of it. This community is part of it. But if you're craving and longing for connection, how can you bring more of that into your life? You know, can you volunteer at the Goodman Center or join a choir or yeah, what do you long for? Where's the aliveness for you right now? What do you feel like moving towards? So let's complete our meditation with one home together, if you can, and if not, imagining it moving through your body, feeling the vibrations of the Om, breathing in. Om. May the fruits of our practice today spread outwards in all directions and help to end the suffering of all beings everywhere. Mm, Thank you so much for coming today. Thanks for sitting together.